I think looks like we're live. All right. Here we are. Now, I know what you're thinking. This isn't Factorio. And you're right. This isn't. That is clearly displayed by this big old title on. This is Demon Souls. Well, it was a funny story behind that. Actually, it's not really much of a story. It's just a saying enough. So, as you will well know, I myself have been struggling a little bit with getting live streams done on Factorio. Been a little bit disheartening on that, but after much thought and a lot of consideration, I've come to the conclusion that while I'm not necessarily putting a stop to the Factorio live streams, because I do want to get that done. I'm not a fan of just leaving a job. I'm not a fan of starting something and not finishing it. However, I have found, as of late, I think I'm a little burnt out on Factorio, and that's entirely my own fault. Not just because of the live streams, that even though I didn't do enough of live streaming to be burnt out, I think I'm burnt out more just because of my own personal stuff. As stated, I have sunk over 1,500 hours into that game, and it takes a lot out of you. I love the game to death, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't have sunk 1,500 hours into the game. Otherwise, and I think for the sake of the live stream, I shot myself in the foot by playing it a lot in my free time instead of during the live stream. So by the time I did get to the live stream, I did not have the energy or the mental fortitude to carry forward with the challenge I had set for myself. And so I figure, if I'm going to keep this whole live stream thing going, which I definitely do, I'm going to need to redirect a little bit. And then come back to Factorio when I'm feeling a bit less burnout on the whole thing. But with that, here we are. Demon Souls. First game in the Souls-like genre. First game to introduce the world to the Souls-like. I just did the same thing in two different ways. Now, obviously, some pedantist in the comics is going to say something along the lines of, "Well, Kingsfield exists." I'm well aware of Kingsfield exists, but let's be real here. We all know Souls games are the games that have the title of the word Souls in them, and the very style of a Souls-like or a Souls game started here, right with this game. Yes, I know, I'm playing the remake. I've played the original. The original is awesome, but I don't own the original. I own the remake, and the remake is pretty fantastic if you ask me. I think it's pretty awesome. In fact, this is what introduced me. This is my first introduction to Demon Souls. Okay, that's not technically true. Technically speaking, my family used to own it back when we owned a PS3. But I didn't get to play it back then. I wasn't interested in Souls games back then, and man, this thing likes to go back to the intro real quick. Yeah, I should probably put a stop to my monologues here. Okay. Anyway, the point is, I was introduced to that game in a small manner. But when we owned it back when we had a PS3, we don't have a PS3 anymore. Back when we owned it, I wasn't interested in Souls games at the time. In fact, admittedly, when I first saw Demon Souls on it, I thought to myself, "This looks terrible. I don't like the animation. I don't like how this all looks." And I mostly only saw the character creator, and then I think I saw a bit of the opening area. I think this is when my brother was playing it, and my reaction was more or less the same. Was just that. It was like, I don't like how this looks. It looks too gray and boring. And so that was my my initial introduction to the whole thing. My whole history with the Souls games is developed far beyond that. Anyway, I'm a big fan of Souls games. I've been enjoying them for quite some time. Hilariously, though, if I'm being, I've only beaten like a handful of them. I've played all the From Software Souls games. I've only beaten like, I've beaten Demon Souls before, and I've beaten Dark Souls. I've beaten Dark Souls 2, and I've beaten Elden Ring. I say beaten in that I've completed the main storyline. Um, there's still a lot in some of those games that I have yet to fully explore, which I probably will, which I might get a chance to do so on this channel here. Which we'll see. We'll see how this develops. But for now, I'm gonna spend this time. Just gonna jump into the game here. We're just doing this for kicks. Well, do I go online? Do I wanna? Yeah, whatever. All right. And by kicks, I mean we're just doing this for the fun of the game. I'm not doing this for any sort of specific challenge run. I'm not speed running this, so don't. So if you're hoping for some epic speed runner strats, you're not gonna find them here. I'm not. I hope I'm not sounding too mean or dismissive with that. What class do I want? What class do I want? I could just go the standard, my favorite one, and the run is my favorite class, and the class that frankly kind of just breaks the game, which is the Wanderer. You know what? Let's just do it. We're going Wanderer because it's a great class. What are we gonna call ourselves? Let's see. I'm just gonna go. Oh, what am I typing for? Oh. There you go. Okay. The NK. There you go. Up into ring. Now, how are we gonna make ourselves look? What are my save creations? Does that. I don't remember what I made these for. I remember what I made this guy for, but I don't remember what I made these three for. Foundation. Presets for this game are kind of weird. Not that they're like hideous or anything like that. It's just weird is all. I tend to go with. I don't really know what's going on with these guys and everything. Like, what in the like, what's the deal with? Are they supposed to be like orcs and fantasy creatures or anything like that? Dude, are those a thing in this game? I'm not an expert on the lore, so I wouldn't. I don't know. Like, this dude looks like an orc. Are there orcs in Boletaria? This guy kind of scares me. The eyes, I have not a super hyper specific, but I do have a general idea of the look I go for, at least with the name. Just go with this guy. Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine with the face. It's the hair I'm concerned about. Good though. Bald. Actually, no, that's not a bad look. Fuzz. I don't know, it's a little too clean. Not that bad. Interesting. Okay. No, well. I think this is usually my go-to. That's fine. Yeah, I think that'll work. Not sure about the facial hair, though. Let's see. Oh, the chops on the side. I don't like that. Let's go with that, and then the main one. Not a lot of options here. Yeah, I think that'll work. His eyes are already green, which I'm a fan of. And you know what? I don't need to complicate this too much. I think this guy looks pretty good. I know a lot of You know, I know a lot of Souls players like to make incredibly um, cartoony characters, and as much fun as that would be, I'm not that kind of guy. I like to make my characters look like human beings. If that makes me boring, then so be it. I'm gonna save this one here. All right, all right, let's get going. Boltari has a fascinating name. It's always fog. The entire world, apparently. How big are we talking? Well, it wasn't very well eternal, then. What damn was it? I don't have to fight those, do I? Of course he did. Hey guys, we're in danger, but hey, you could get more powerful. I suppose that's one way to get people to come. Hmm. Well, to be fair, the humans within the fog. Alright, that's fair. Does it have to be the one final hope? Can it just be just another bloke come here to do stuff? Alright! Yes, I am playing a journey into the Nexus. What do you take me for? Well, why would I when you can't when this is a video game? You can't die in a video game. Thanks, I guess. You want me to sing him a lullaby or something? No response, I guess. Alright, I see how it is. Alright, here we go. Basic intro sequence. Let's see, mid-measure standard attack. Yep. I'm not gonna pretend like this is my first time playing this game. I'm mostly just joking around, just for fun. Hey, what's up, buddy? Nice to meet you too. We're dual wielding. Nothing more dangerous than a man dual wielding a falchion. Or just falcon. I don't think it really matters. Gentlemen! Oh, almost got me there. Better luck next time. And that's... Ooh! That seemed a little bit unnecessary. Oh, there's an item. Don't ask me why I keep running in circles like this. It's, I don't know. It's fun. I like that it's really easy to do. It's like real smooth. It's kind of one of the neat parts about this game. I like the animation. It's honestly one of the best looking Souls games out of all the Souls games. Like, ah, my knees. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Sorry, I missed. Ooh. Bro's swinging like crazy. Alright, come on. You missed. Ah. Hey, you actually got me there. Good job. Miss. Never underestimated juggling. Alright. Oh, like a sword and a stone. Hey, wait, no! I thought it was a sword and a stone. I guess I was wrong. Oh well. What's up, broski? You. How in the world do you survive getting stabbed in the back like that? Must have some really good armor. Alright, let's not talk about what I just did to your friend earlier. Didn't stand a chance. Oh, you are a shiny boy. Yeah, I don't appreciate that. And another one. Except this one. Wait, did the other guy have a shield? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, nope, not doing that today. Good talk. All that guy had on him was grass. Well, thanks for the grass, buddy. Oh, look, item. Oh, hey, look, dude. Didn't stand a chance. So, you might consider, I don't know if you consider this cheating or not. But one of the great things about this class is that it starts off with with this weapon here, the Falchion, that I'm highlighting right now. And this weapon is genuinely OP. If it hasn't been or become very clear yet, really. This weapon will carry you to the end game. And I have no problem using it right now for this run currently, because I kind of want this to be a bit of a casual run, you know? Where'd it go? Ah! Just gonna try to be cheeky, use the darkness, huh? Sneak up on me? Well, not today. More grass. Alright. Now this is where the fun begins. We're into the boss fight. If anyone knows anything about Souls games, it's all about the boss fights. I mean, all about, but... there's no point in dilly-dallying. Let's go. Hey, alright, big boy. Missed. Ah. A little too close for comfort there. Bro's trying to step on me. Alright, no. Drop my engine. Assault attempt. Ow. I don't know how that hit me. Man, you got a mean swing. Nope, nope. He's trying to sit on me. He's trying to sit on me. You missed. Alright, nope, nope. I'm behind you. No, I'm not at the wall. I'm not over there either. Oh no. Ah! Close call. Nope, too close. Too close. I don't like this. I don't like being so close to the wall. I don't like this at all. Yeah, no, that didn't work, did it? Alright, solid try, buddy. Valiant effort all around. I think that man deserves some applause. He did sit on me at least once. Alright, so fun fact, if you're unfamiliar with this game in any way, you're technically supposed to die to that fight. But I'm not gonna toot my own horn here, because even though that fight might have looked easy, or I might have made it look easy, I'm not an amazing Souls player. I just happen to know how to defeat the easy bosses. So I'm not gonna be dumb enough to stand here and say, oh, I'm like the greatest Souls player ever, or something like that, because that is just inviting trouble. Anywho, now for the prize of completing this boss that you're technically not supposed to be able to beat. I say technically. I imagine he would be a challenge for Souls noobs who aren't familiar with the concept of how to play this game. And yes, I'm being rather casual about the fact that there's a giant dragon just standing there. I'm gonna go say hi in a minute. I'm just gonna get through my spiel. Yeah, I know, I'm coming. But the funny thing about this intro is, as stated, it's optional. You can just go straight to the area that I'm about to go to here in a minute, without having to go through all this. I do think it's worth a while to do it, because you get items as a reward and some extra souls. It's not a lot of souls. I don't even think I can level up with that souls, with those souls. But I just, as you might have noticed, if you were paying attention, I know I didn't highlight it very well because a lot of stuff was happening, and I don't know how I'm supposed to highlight it in the proper manner. But if you do this, if you beat the big guy, then you get yourself not only his soul, but a bunch of upgrade material. So, you know, those are the prizes for victory if you can accomplish it. Otherwise, the game starts as normal. You don't really lose it. You don't really lose a whole lot other than that. Like, although hilariously enough, if you die to that dude, you don't get to retry that boss fight. You just die. All right, I should probably stop ignoring this guy. All right, let's go. Hey, what up, you nerd? Nope, I don't think he appreciated me calling me that. I call him that. Wait, I take it back. I take it back. Ow. You died. Yeah, I know. I can tell. I got decked by a dragon. If you could survive getting decked by a dragon, I'd be impressed. Woohoo! Look at that. I don't know about withdrawn. It was punched out of me. Is it nap time yet? Or am I just waking up? Good to know. I take a nap now. All right. And that, my friends, is the intro. And now we are here. Welcome to the Nexus, the home area, the hub, as people would call it. This is where I'm gonna spend a lot of time in this game. So the way Demon Souls works, you got the main hub, and then the game is divided into 5 distinct sections, sectioned off by these archstones. Got this one here, this one here, this one here. That one's busted, so we're not doing that one. This one here, and then finally this one here. You can choose them however you like, in any order you like, but you gotta complete all 5 of them to beat the game. That's pretty simple. Now then, I'm going to do some cleaning up. I don't need this. Alright, let's go introduce ourselves to the guys. Well, aren't you just a ray of sunshine? Thanks for the pointer, I suppose, but... Alright, what's up? Depends. What are you servicing? I like blacksmiths. Sounds simple enough. Well, when you put it that way. Give me one thought. Give me a second. Alright, kind of rude. What up, buddy? I didn't ask for your backstory, buddy. I'm sorry, that wasn't me. Me, I'm sure that was really traumatizing for you. Are we wearing the same outfit? Well, thank you. I'm going to need it, because I don't need to be carrying all this stuff. Put that away, that away. Put that in storage. Yeah, I gotta worry about the weight system. I can only carry so much on me. Man got brought into the Nexus, and the universe decided your destiny is to watch people's stuff. Thank you. Alright, so you got Mr. Depresso over here. You got a slightly sassy blacksmith. And you got Stockpile Thomas. Tells you everything you need to know. I believe there's one other person over here. What up? No idea. Nah, I don't think that's the reason. What? Are you speaking English, girl? Alright, I'll leave you with that thought there. This is a big place. A lot of candles, too. That's a lot of glowing. A lot of glowy bits. Not. Why is that statue upside down? Yeah, alright. No beating around the bush. I am going to get one. Use some of those upgrade materials, though. Yep. Yep. I know. I'm going to upgrade my Falcon. Am I like the only business you're getting? Filthy. Oh man, that's kind of rude. All right, level 1, let's go. Well, this place looks lovely. It's a big gate. Oh dear. Of course there's dragons. I mean, it's a fantasy game. Of course there's going to be dragons in it. Nice dragon. Yeah, I'm going to have to deal with that guy later. Gates of Boletaria. Boletarian Palace. That is kind of an odd... That is an interesting name, I'll be honest. Ow. Boletaria. I'm not sure how well it rolls off the tongue, but, you know. Oh, hey. Hey, don't mind me. Just gonna do that. These guys I'm running into are called Dreglings. No, I don't know what Dreglings mean. But that's what these guys are. Gentlemen, you know those barriers are meant to protect you. It's probably not a good idea to just break it. I don't. These guys don't seem like I feel like listening. Yep. Nope. Not doing that today. Nice try though. Oh, now they got fire. That's what we need. Draglings playing with fire. Ooh, pine resin. So you might have been noticing that I usually take them down in 2 shots, but that guy died in 1 shot, and that's because he was in midair. And there's a thing called counter damage. I don't know if that's what it's called, or I don't know what the word is. Basically, I do bonus damage if they're in the middle of certain animations, like them jumping. I guess jumping like that puts them in a vulnerable state. The tricky part is timing. And nope. And that's how you do it. And that's how you one-shot a Dregling, which is really good because those guys are using fire, and I am very sensitive to fire. And you missed. Ow. Ah. Ow. 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 Nope. Too early. That was a little too close for comfort. What's up? It occurs to me I kind of failed to highlight this, but you notice that I've only got half my health? Yeah, that's a thing in this game. You also notice I'm a bit more glowy than before. That's also a thing. Basically, I'm in soul form, which means I have half health. And that's kind of it in a nutshell. While I'm in soul form, I have half as much health as I normally do, which is going to be tricky because, you know, enemies pack a punch in this game. That guy tried to ambush me. Clearly didn't work. Aha! That guy had better luck. That guy not so much. So, should probably make a note, remind the soul to be a bit more cautious and not like be, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Point is, I should not be stupid because then I'll die. I think something exploded. Yep. Something definitely exploded. There we go. Hey, did you see that explosion, man? That's crazy. Was that you? How about no? Yeah, these guys are trying to blow me up. You missed. Hey, and you're really bad aim. Go around here and get that out of your system. Hola, señor. If it seems like I'm making this look easy, it's because I got a falcon. I told you this weapon's OP. Alright, we're going up and that looks like a boulder. I bet you that's gonna hurt. Ah! Joke's on you, I know how to dodge. Hey, you missed. What up, big boy? Yep, still no. That's what parrying looks like, by the way. Parrying is a thing in this game. It's one of the easier games to parry in. I say easy. I suck at parrying. I can only parry those guys as easy. I'm only able to parry those guys as easily as I do because they have really easy easy to read parry animation. And that guy just blew himself up. This part is going to be tricky because we got a lot. It's a narrow walk all the way down, and these guys have fire swords. Fire does a lot of damage to me, and the last thing I need to do is die at this point. It's way too early in the game to be dying. I think you missed. Okay. These look cuttable. There goes that. And that. We'll check on that later. No. Solid effort. Not quite, though. Move it down, move it down. Oh, boy. This is going to be fun. What you going to do? What you going to do, buddy? Go on, hit me. And... nope. I'm kind of being extra cautious because there's explosives in this room too, and I don't want to get blown up either. Yeah, see those things explode. All right, so good. So far, so good. And here's this bad boy, the cling ring. Very great ring. Basically means that when I'm in soul form, I have slightly more than half my health. I have like 75% of my health. So, you know, more health is good, right? And that is a jade hair ornament for Stockpile Thomas. You know, I kind of roasted him earlier for talking about his dead family. I think this is his family. Bit awkward. I was joking, of course. It is sad losing your family like that. So I should definitely give this hair ornament back to the guy. But first, let's go to the rest of this area. I mostly just did that to get the cling ring and unlock a shortcut. A shortcut that I may or may not end up using. Well, we'll find out, I suppose. Onward and upward. Shortcuts are gonna be important because there's only one save spot in this area, and that was like at the start of the area. If I die at any point, I'm gonna go all the way back to that save spot, and I have to run through all this again. So every shortcut I can get my hands on will be fantastic. Those look like a friendly bunch. Oh, hey, look, that's a dude. Let's go talk to the dude. Beginners should go here first. Good advice. Ah! That hurt. Ooh, a thief ring. I bet that'll be useful later. Oh, what's up? Well, it wasn't that all hard. Bro, you got a fancy sword and shield? Nice suit of armor? Why can't you? Alright, fine, I'll do it. Well, I'll deal with it. Just give me a sec here. Real nice way to thin out the herd. Fight fire with fire, they say. Let's go. Right guy right there. Alright, I don't want to waste too many of these fire bombs. Whoop! What up, gents? Easy peasy. You are welcome. I don't know what I call brave. A telescope. I suppose that'd be useful. What in the world are you whacking that for? Alright. Good luck to you. Alright. Well. Hi. Were y'all just snapping in there or waiting for an ambush or... No response? Alright, that's fine. Oh, I think I should have gotten into trouble. You got him, buddy! You got him, man. Show who's boss. Yep, use your shield. No, don't get hit. No, no. Watch out, buddy. Use your skills, Bo. Oh, no, this is not looking good. Alright. Yeah, let's rescue. See if we have to rescue you twice. Alright, I better follow this guy and make sure he doesn't get himself killed. You know, dodging is an option. Ow. How rude. Yeah, I should probably take my own advice. Alright, surely you can take on a Dregling. Come on, buddy. Alright, yep, you're using the shield, that's good. Good job. Maybe I don't have to babysit you. Just watch out for the guys in the suits of armor. Those guys are deadly. Oh, no. Alright, gentlemen. Alright. Let's try not biting off more than we can chew. Solid effort, but not quite. That definitely could have ended in tears if I weren't careful. Yeah, look, more upgrade material. Fun fact, there is two kinds of upgrade materials in this game. Hardstone and Sharpstone. Some weapons are upgraded with Sharpstone, like my Falcon here, or some weapons are upgraded with Hardstone. I think the distinction is that some weapons scale with strength and some weapons scale with dexterity, and I think it's the Hardstone is typically for hard strength scaling weapons and dexterity for Sharpstone for dexterity. That's the best I could say. Those are not the only upgrade materials in this game, though. Those are just the basic starting ones. All right, these guys are gonna be a party. Boy sure does like to leap. See me, sir. Just gonna eat my grass. Bro's shooting at me. How rude. Bro did not seem all that invested in coming out and attacking me. I don't know. I'm feeling mildly offended by that. If you were trying to ambush me earlier, you did a really poor job. Also, why do those crossbow bolts move so slowly? Yeah, missed. Ow. That hurt. That's a good thing he hit me and not the rest of those boxes. That would have hurt. Probably would have hurt more than taking the bomb to the face. Anyway, I was going to go down this pathway here real quick. Just say hi to this character over here. Ah! Squatter. I suppose I appreciate the honesty, but, alright, he sells grass, bombs, swords. Nothing I really need at the moment, but, hey, you know. Well, at least he's nice enough not to, like, roast me, not for, but just because I didn't buy stuff. Matter of fact, I should probably start doing this more often. Chat with the dude. Yeah, I got no thoughts on that. I think I met the guy. I don't think he's wearing buttons. And you might be right about the lordling thing. He doesn't seem all that to be the fighting type, considering how I've seen him perform. I wonder how he hauls around all that armor. Yeah, I know. We heard this. All right. Well, good talk, Bo. We're gonna see more of him. Back on track. Just took a slight detour just to say hi to the guy. No shot. And tell these guys just trying to shoot me. Uh-oh. Big boy. Ow. I was trying to parry there, but it didn't work. Oh, he's got grass too. Ah, that worked better this time. Oh, had to smart. That must be the grass he was eating. Hey, buddy. I don't appreciate getting shot at. Yeah. I never understood why they had to put these random fog walls everywhere, because this isn't a boss wall. I know I walked through a fog wall to get to the boss at the start of the game, but guess what? This ain't a boss fog wall, so I don't know why there had to be a fog wall here. Not a criticism, just wondering. No, that better not break those, and oh my goodness. Yeah. About that. I did not mean to get hit like that. Oh, good thing that thing worked. Good thing it worked. Make my life easier, even though I did take a bowling ball to the face. I don't like the sound of that. I hear growling in the distance. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I don't appreciate that. Ow. Solid effort. Ah, look at the ragdoll. Let's go see down what's down this way. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with that today. Let's go down this way. It seems significantly much safer. Never mind that bridge is full of angry dudes. Alright. This could be challenging. Let's see. You got those guys. Yeah, that's a lot of dudes. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to approach this. And then there's a dragon. Oh. Yeah, I should probably... So that's not good. Unfortunately, that's exactly where I need to go. So. I think we got our window here. We're just gonna... charge! Hold up. Can you not? Ow. Uh-oh. He's back. Easy peasy. You know, the placement of this lever is kind of weird when you think about it. Like, big old gate, and the lever is all the way over there. Had to go through all that song and dance just to reach a lever. To the big old gate, and what is... Ah! Who are you throwing that at? I'm all the way over here. I don't know why, but I felt like I should attack that area. Pine resin. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm picking up a lot of this stuff called pine resin. I'll explain what it does later. For now, let's get through this area here. Hey, what's up? Not quite. Ow. 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 Did you just throw a grenade at me? That was rude. I'm being a little gung-ho with all this damage I'm taking, and I probably should be a bit more cautious, I think. I don't know. I get the impression that's gonna bite me in the butt eventually. What are these guys? I don't like the looks of that. Ah! Ow. Ow. That hurt. Hey, what up, big boy? Big old blob with a shield. That's concerning, I guess. Oh, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Unknown hero soul. Hey, what's up? Ha! You missed. Come to think of it, how do those things aim? They don't even have eyes. Ah! I think you need a better shield, buddy. Apple and grass. We're gonna open this up. Alright, here we are. That is huge. I'm not gonna have to deal with more of that. It's covered in gunk. You know what? I never actually paid much attention to this. I never realized it was covered in gunk up there. That's pretty concerning. Alright. Going in for a boss fight. It's gonna be fun. Gotta make sure I'm armed to the teeth, and I hope I can. Let's just go. Phalanx. That is a lot of blob dudes. Nope. 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 Coming at me. Okay. Nope. Surrounded on all sides. Like a phalanx. I get it. Ah. Okay. Oh. Nope. Nope. Don't stab me. Don't stab me. No. Ah. Ah. I stood still for too long. Well, I think I see the main one. That's bros moving right towards me. Ah. Nope. Alright, main one. Nope. Nope. Don't. Come away. Come away. Ah, that's a bad place to be. Just sit in the herd. Ow. These guys with the shields didn't get in my way. Not quite. Nope, hitting the wrong spot. Alright. Let's see. Go, I'll take out the big guy. Walk out. And boom! There's the first boss. Technically. He's technically the first proper boss, because, well, you can skip the tutorial. You can't skip Phalanx. You have to fight Phalanx to get to the next section of the game. But that there is boss fight. So I have a funny thought, or a funny little. What I find funny about the Vanguard demon at the start of the game versus the Phalanx demon that I just fought. I would describe the Vanguard demon as the boss that you're supposed to die to. Like, you're not supposed to win, especially if you're new. Like, you're expected to die to the Vanguard demon. If you beat him, fantastic. I highly doubt anyone's beating the Vanguard demon on their first try. Like if you've never played this game before, like in my experience specifically, I died to the Vanguard demon my first time because I didn't know how to fight the Vanguard demon, and I bet you every single person that's played Demon Souls for the very first time, who has never played a Souls game or anything like that, definitely died to Vanguard demon their first time. In fact, I would go so far as to say that even if you have played Souls games a lot, but you've only played Demon. This is your first time playing Demon Souls. I'd be willing to venture a guess that you still died to Vanguard Demon, be it the original or the remake. And that's just because and that's due to just the lack of familiarity. Even if you're new, even if you've done Souls games before, just a lack of familiarity with the moveset and the amount of damage output a certain boss can have will put you at a disadvantage, and then boom, you're dead. However, Phalanx Demon, I would consider to be the opposite. That is the boss they want you to win. That's why, even though he's literally just he's literally like a ton of enemies all up against you, they're so basic and brain dead that they don't even know how to dodge, and they die with like 2 hits. And even the main body that you have to kill, can't even defend itself. And also, I didn't use them during the fight because I didn't want to cheapen because I wanted to drag the fight out just a bit longer than usual. But along the way, you get your hands on things like fire bombs and the pine resin. Pine resin will turn your sword into one of those flame swords, kind of like what those jugglings were doing. And then, of course, you got the fire bombs, which those dudes were throwing at me half the time. Both of these inflict fire damage, and Phalanx is very weak to fire damage. So you go through this whole area collecting things like fire bombs and pine resins, and then you go up against a boss who's weak to those 2 things. So essentially, Vanguard is the demon you're expected to die to, whereas Phalanx is the boss that you're supposed to beat easily. Supposed to beat. Like, they want you to beat the boss. I don't think I've ever beaten Phalanx. I do not think I've ever died to Phalanx. I cannot remember a time. Even the very first time I played this game, never didn't even know what the Phalanx boss is gonna be like. First time playing through it, met the guy, fought him, beat him my first try. He's that easy. You're honestly just expected to win the boss fight at that point. And also, fun fact, I'm back to human form, which means I'm back at full health. So we're moving up in the world. Cling ring. I don't need this anymore because I'm not in soul form. So let's switch to the stage ring. Makes me harder to detect, I'm told. Lead demon soul. That's the demon soul, boss soul. We can do things with that later. But right now, let's go home. I've unlocked the next part of the game, so I gotta go back to the Nexus. There's a cutscene. I just noticed there's a book there. What's up? You got something in your... Okay. I gotta go all the way up there. It's a lot of stairs. Oh, okay. Can you not come down? No, okay. I guess I'll go up all those stairs. Well, thank you. All right, I'm all ears. You know, I did notice the wax. Okay. You know, I wasn't planning on it, but thanks for the advice. Okay. Good to know. I'll be there in a sec. Heyo, Thomas. Good to know. Okay. Are you even able to exit besides using the archstones? Oh, well. Well, we all have our tragic past, buddy. At least you're doing something useful. I mean, she seems nice enough. Huh. Yeah, I wonder if that was painful at all. Well, I mean, I'm not entirely sure that applies to me, but thanks for the compliment nonetheless. What's up? Define fair. I'm just gonna fix up my stuff. Okay, let's see. Still speaking gibberish, girl? You live below the castle? You survived because you had a rock from your dad. Good on Dad for having a magic rock. Okay. These guys are new. What's up, buddy? Okay. His augustness. What in the world is augustness? I don't know what that means. Can you find that for me? Well, weeping in a corner isn't going to do anything about it, buddy. Hey. How's it up? I suppose. Thanks, I guess. I don't know what that means. Good talk. Alright, we got people filling in now. Coming in from all around. Well, hey. What's up? Nice drip. Hey. Well, that was rude. I just complimented your outfit. I'm fine. Guess I gotta go climb these stairs now. Oh man. Ugh, why does there have to be so many stairs? Where's she getting all the candles? What's up? Nice to meet you. And okay, that's that. Not gonna lie, it's kind of creepy. Kind of creepy, and that one's looking at me. What's up? Okay. Not gonna lie, I thought you'd be taller. Okay. Oh, we got a cutscene. Okay. And then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked, right? With a giant rock? Okay. I don't know. Have you seen those walls? So, like a dwarf? I wonder if she's making a conversation. Okay. They seem like fun. Oh, I bet those guys would be fun. You mean the big bad is like right below me? That's unfortunate. Four sealed archstones have been unlocked. That means I can go to the rest of the archstones. Whoopee! Oh, okay. So is that like a sure, I guess. Well, I'm glad to be needed, I suppose. Every last one. Okay. So kill a bunch of them, and the old one will be like, "Hey, what you doing?" And then I guess I do something about that. Yeah, that sounds easy enough. that sucks. This King of Light guy doesn't sound like a very pleasant fellow. Yeah, I know. Okay. Alright, well. I go back down all these stairs. Oh, wait, what's up here? Ooh. Came up all's way, might as well go the rest. Okay, no, just have that stuff there. And I'm blocked. Touch door to... Okay. Well, it just disappeared. Okay. Well, not much of a door if it's just gonna disappear when you touch it. Mender of the... What? Mender of the world. What in the world does that mean? Current profile. Oh, yeah. This is the multiplayer stuff. Most phantoms destroyed. Who's number one? Meadow. Ichiki plays with a sharp Uchikatana 5. Most spended. That's a lot of phantoms. Okay. Good on ya. These ones are... I don't know what Mender of the World means. Oh, fastest first completion. Okay, I want to see this. Some lady with Storm Ruler. Fastest completion time was 19. Oh, 30. Oh my goodness. It could beat the game in half an hour. That's impressive. I don't even know how you would do that. Most demons vanquished. This guy's vanquished. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of demons. And that's a lot of time played. Oh my goodness. Players up to be crazy. It's funny that you can hear that. It's funny that you can hear the guy panting whenever you run. Right, all the way back down now. We got our mission. Might as well get to it. I was glad there would be so many stairs. Yeah, that would hurt going down. Alright. So I talked to them. Well, I mean, as long as it doesn't hurt. How? Remember the eye. Should you lose your physical form? Remember the eye stone. Okay. Hey, the demons. Long story short, she can level you up. What? I mean, you kind of offered it. Are you saying I'm weak? Okay. Alright. These are my stats. You can do health, intelligence, which is basically your magic MP. You got your endurance, which increases the equip load, which means I can wear heavier things. Strength for more strength-based weapons. Dexterity for dexterity-based weapons. We got magic, which increases magic power. We got faith for all the faith stuff, and luck, which means I just find more items. Simple stuff. I think I'm just gonna pump health because health is good. and then like a bit of endurance, because I would like not to be too heavy. Nice. All right. Let's see. Let's go like this guy real quick. I just did. It didn't sound like it was on a whim. Well, if we don't, the world will be ended, so. Well, I mean, it's not great, but. Okay. Well, you can keep moving, I suppose. No, I was just saying hi. I don't like sitting around. Yeah, no, that doesn't look all that comfy if I'm being honest. Oh yeah, I have this. Yep, my condolences, bro. Indeed. What? I mean, I wasn't really planning on holding on to it. It's not really my style, and I could say no. Nah, that'd be too mean. Oh, no, no, not that. Well, you're welcome, Bo. He gave me a ring. I'll claim it. It's a ring of Herculean strength. Where is it? Where am I? Raises item carrying capacity. Just means I can carry more items. Neat. I think I've done all the major stuff I can in the hub for now. The only thing left to do is continue onward. And how shall I continue onward? I got multiple options here. So each area, we got 5 distinct area levels with 5 distinct areas to go through. You got Voltaria, which is going to be, more of that, but, obviously, I got more bosses and more enemies, like that and everything. Fight your way through a castle, and a gateway into the castle, and all that jazz. We got the Digger King, that takes us to Stonefang Tunnel. A lot of tunnels, a lot of rocks. Archstone of the Tower Queen takes us to the Tower of Latria. Latria? How do I pronounce it? Dark Tower. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's a very dark place. We got Archstone of the Shadowmen takes us to the Shrine of Storms, a rainy island with lots of skeletons. Yeah, that'll be fun. Actually, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm actually going to be doing that sooner than you think. And we got Archstone of the Chieftain, the Valley of Defilement. A very miserable place, but it's no beating around the bush. It is a very miserable place. Alright, so this may not have been the longest stream, but I think that was a solid intro to the game and an intro to this new challenge we're doing. It's not really much of a challenge, it's more just going to be a playthrough for kicks. But this has been Demon Souls. I'm going to cut it off here, just for a short stream. I'm going to come back to this tomorrow, time permitting. And hopefully I'm not being, I'll be too lazy. I'm either going to be jumping into more Boletaria or the tunnel. Maybe even the Isle of Storms, because there's something very important there that I want. But those are going to be my options. Latria and the Valley Defilement are places I tend to put off because I do not like them. Not because they're bad, but because I find them irritating to explore. But this has been fun. I try not to breeze through the game so quickly to the point where it just kind of things get kind of boring. Not that this game is boring. I don't think I could make this game boring. And if I did, kind of a terrifying notion. But I think this is a decent enough stopping point here. I hope you come in for the next part, and I hope you enjoy. With all that said,